It's Chill ASMR. Today we're going to be feasting on some Taco Bell that I just picked up. So, just got done with work. So, usually on Tuesdays, I treat myself to a little bit of Taco Tuesday action. So, Taco Bell's right on the way home. So. I use tacos, the word tacos loosely because it's not authentic tacos, but it's still really good. It's the best when you come home from the bar at 2 a.m. drunk. It's the best thing to eat. I don't do much of that anymore though. Let's see what we got. Chicken chalupa. Oh wait. I think this is the chicken chalupa. That's the Doritos Locos Taco. Doritos Locos Taco. And then I got a cheesy bean and rice burrito. So now I don't usually get 3 things. Usually I get like 2. And I usually don't try to eat a lot of fast food, but Taco Bell is kind of one of my weaknesses. So, like I said, and it's Tuesday, so why not? Got my Vita Coco. I think coconut water's kind of an acquired taste for some people, but I like it. It's actually really, really hydrating. It's good for you. So, alright. Then I like when you ask for sauce and they just throw you the biggest handful of sauce. Typically, when I'm really in the mood for some really good tacos, I will just marinate a flank steak and put that on the grill, and then do traditional corn tortillas with onions and a little bit of cilantro. I don't like a lot of cilantro. I'm not necessarily one of the people who thinks it tastes like soap. But it is very strong, so I don't like to load up with cilantro. To each their own, though. I think just a little bit is enough for cilantro. So, I think what we'll do start with the chicken chalupa. Now, sometimes I get these and the shells aren't very fresh, and that's always kind of disappointing. This particular Taco Bell that I go to is kind of short-staffed. And I guess short supply too, Because sometimes I'll roll through the drive-thru and they'll be like, well, we don't have lettuce or we don't have cheese. I'm like, how do you not have cheese? But I'm not sure. I know there's probably a lot of supplier issues too. So, I think everybody in the food industry is kind of dealing with a lot right now. I should know, being a chef. Yeah, so. It's not the freshest chalupa shell, but it's definitely not the oldest. I've had that before, and I still eat it because it's Taco Bell, and you're gonna eat it anyway. That's where they get you. Now, I think Diablo sauce is the best sauce that they've had. It does have kind of a unique flavor to it, kind of compared to the other sauces that they offer. It's got more of like a peppery, smoky flavor to it, so I think it's kind of why I like it. But yeah. I kind of went off the script a little bit. I didn't get what I usually get. I mean, the chicken chalupa, I usually get that. But I don't usually get the Locos taco. It's not usually what I go for. I'm more of a cheesy gordita crunch, chicken quesadilla guy. And now that they brought back the Mexican pizza, I'm into that too. But some more of that Diablo on there. I love spicy foods. I don't know. I mean, it's got good kick to it. I don't think it's the spiciest thing I've ever had, though. I used to make my own hot sauce. Let me tell you, I can make some spicy hot sauce. I used to ferment my own peppers, which is actually a really cool process. So, if you ever want to get into making your own hot sauce instead of buying it from the store, I highly suggest it. It takes a little bit of work and a lot of patience, but in the end it can be pretty rewarding. So, what you do is you get your peppers, obviously, and then usually blend it with other vegetables for flavor and kind of balance. For instance, I would make a habanero hot sauce. Take a bunch of habaneros, and then I'd mix in another kind of pepper, like a Hungarian wax or a red Fresno. And sometimes even just some normal bell peppers for some depth of flavor. Now what you do is you would get a fermentation jar. saltwater brine. And the amount of salt that you use has to be very specific according to how much water you're using and how many peppers you're using. Because you don't want to have a moldy situation going on. The salt helps it ferment and stop from molding and stuff like that. Because you will be growing bacteria, but you don't want to grow harmful bacteria. So basically what you would do, get all of your solids, like your peppers, your vegetables, fill it with that saltwater brine. And then at the top of the jar is a little airlock, which allows some air from the jar to escape. Because when you ferment things, a bunch of gases are going to be released from the solids. And without that airlock, your jar could actually become so pressurized that it could explode. So you would leave all your stuff in there, the salt water, the peppers, whatever, for about a week. Usually takes. Also, use distilled water or boil your own water. You can use tap water depending on where you live, but just to not take any chances of harmful bacterial growth, I would just use distilled water. It's like a salad on my paper here. So much falls off. I didn't bring a fork though, so. That was good. So yeah, you'd wait a week or even longer, because generally the longer you let something ferment, the more the flavors would develop. You just can't go for too long because, some harmful bacteria or like white mold could start to develop, and you wouldn't want to eat that. So yeah, a glass jar, and you would put it in a very dark place and as warm as you could get it to. Heat kind of kickstarts the ferment, so yeah. I made a bunch of different sauces. I did like habanero pineapple, and actually sold them and kind of started my own company for a little bit. Made my own custom labels and bottles and stuff. I didn't really start a company, but made a brand and things. Eventually I kind of I gave up on it because it was a lot of work, and at the end of the day I didn't have a commercial kitchen to do it all out of. So it was kind of like I didn't have the proper room and equipment to do it properly. I mean, I made sure everything was sterilized. I bought, pretty good sanitizer and stuff to make sure, I didn't grow any bacteria or anything like that. So. Locos taco, which is absolutely falling apart. I'm getting sour cream all over my hands. Yeah, look at this lovely little crevice we got going on with the shell. They did give you this little holder, but it didn't really seem like it did much. It's not really a taco if it's not falling apart, right? I miss the fiery shell, the red one. That one was good. Had a little more spice to it. I would not call it spicy though. I used to get the cheesy gordita crunch sub, one of these shells, and it's like really good. You always have so much falling out of it. It's like you could make another taco with it. With all the stuff that falls out. Yeah. Back to the hot sauce thing. It was I was living with my girlfriend at the time when I was doing that. We had a smaller apartment. So, every time I went to go cook it, because after fermentation, you gotta kill the ferment so it has a longer shelf life. Otherwise, it'll just keep fermenting. And after you bottle it, then you risk the bottles actually exploding if you don't take the gas out of the bottle. So, yeah, I would have to cook the sauce and basically pasteurize it in order to bottle it. So I'd be in my kitchen with a massive stock pot cooking this blended hot sauce, and everybody's eyes would just be watering in the apartment, and everybody would be coughing because of all the pepper fumes in the air. I think when we eventually moved out of that place, it probably still smelled like jalapenos. But yeah, I mean, I sold it to a lot of my friends, and I actually put like an Etsy store up, and I had a few people from different states buy it and try it. So I didn't get one negative review. It was all pretty good feedback. And I just started doing it for fun, and then I kind of thought, what if with my culinary background I could whip up some good stuff, I'm sure. But never really went that far. Probably because I didn't put a lot of effort into it, but I think it's a really competitive market, There's a lot of hot sauces out there. And I didn't really have that much drive or passion to continue it. It was just kind of a fun thing. I'll give this leftover salad to my dog, who's being surprisingly quiet right now. Because his mom just left to go pick up our stepson, and whenever she leaves the house, he kind of goes nuts. He's very attached. He's attached to me too, but nowhere near as attached as he is to her. He was a rescue dog, so I think he's got some abandonment issues, which is understandable. That's good. Alright. I don't usually eat Taco Bell this slow. I usually inhale it for the sake of not grossing anybody out. Eat it like a dignified gentleman. We got the cheesy bean and rice burrito. Probably the best thing on their value menu, which is not many items these days. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the prices of food and pretty much everything has gone up drastically over the last year or two. So let's open this up before we put sauce in it. I tell you, Taco Bell just always hits right. It might not hit right afterward though, depending. Let's get some of that. Some in here. Some of that sauce. I do have some favorite hot sauces that I like to use. Chipotle Tabasco is a good one. You can put that on anything. There's a habanero hot sauce out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Might not be Minneapolis, but I think it is. Crybaby Craig's. That's a habanero hot sauce, and I think why it's so different and good is because it's actually a pickled hot sauce. It's not a fermented, technically fermented hot sauce. It's pickled. So that one is really good. There's a picture of a guy crying on the label. I'm not sure if that's a Craig or not. Anyway, I don't think it's enough to make you cry spice-wise. I think the flavor is just really good. What else? El Yucateca. That's a good one. I'm not a big Tabasco guy. Except for their flavored ones are really good. Like their green, like jalapeno one is really good. Yeah, that and their Chipotle are probably my two favorites from Tabasco. And then there's obviously Sriracha. It's a pretty classic one. You can never go wrong with Sriracha. You know, even though it's kind of more geared towards Asian food, like you can put that just about anything. ones, sampler ones, and there was a lot of good stuff. The last dab, even though it is insanely spicy, I really like that sauce. The depth of flavor of that one is really good. But a little bit goes a long way with that. It is very spicy. Well, speaking of spice, this is an intact box, but this one's from 2021. But I have done this before with a friend, and wow, that is. Let's get a little box action here. This is by far the spiciest thing I've ever eaten. It was rough, but I did it, and that was kind of the whole point, was to just say that I did it, and I would probably do it again. It almost kind of felt like a rite of passage. But if you haven't tried this, definitely keep some like ice cream nearby. That's kind of what got me through it. And it's not so much the mouth burn that's bad, it's really the throat burn. Because I remember I could feel it in my lungs after it hit. I ate it in about 10 minutes. That's when it really kicked in. But every inward breath I would take would just be on God. I felt like I was breathing fire. I felt like a dragon. I felt like I was a Skyrim dragon, blowing fire all over the town of Helgen. But once the mouth burn kind of goes away and the throat burn, which was like 15-20 minutes for me at least, then you start to get like the gut pain. You could feel it right here in my gut. And then the next day was not pleasant, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, I would totally do it again. I would totally do it again. Yeah, me and my friend actually did it live on a podcast. And like we knew we were gonna do it for a couple weeks, and I was kind of just like getting more nervous and nervous as the day came, because I was reading about people who were having reactions to doing it. So I was like, oh man, I hope I don't die eating a tortilla chip. But yeah, I would do it again. Come on, stay up there. Okay. Let's finish this game. Yeah, that one's from 2021. So I wonder how much they change every year in terms of, must be a new formula for the peppers, or maybe new peppers. But it's a very strong Reaper and Scorpion flavor, so it didn't taste very good. It was very dry chip too, so you had to like really try to chew. It's hard to swallow. And they say you're not supposed to drink any water in the first. Well, that's the challenge. Don't drink any water in the first, I think it's like, is it 5 minutes? I don't remember. Yeah. I think I like coconut milk even better. There's a Mexican store that sells, well, actually, it's more of a little taco restaurant, but they have a little like grocery store area. Those are like my favorite places to go. So you can get fresh peppers and dried peppers, and then pan dulce and all sorts of good treats. But they have this coconut milk drink that has these little pieces of, I think it's fermented coconut, but they're like little jelly cubes called nata de coco. They have different flavors like mango and strawberry, and they're so good, and especially if they're ice cold. It's like the most refreshing thing ever. Oh, yeah, so good. Coconut water. I never actually had coconut water or milk from a coconut. Or you shove a straw into it. I've never done that. It's too much work. I'll just buy this. Why drink coconut water? It replenishes electrolytes, provides vital nutrients, hydrates with coconut goodness, and it makes your taste buds happy. I definitely would agree with that last one. It's good. Alright, folks. I think I'm going to end the video there. So, thanks for chilling with me today. Having some Taco Bell and talking about hot sauce and spicy things. So, I appreciate every last one of you and all of your support. Thank you guys for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. Best way to support so I can keep making videos like this is to click that subscribe button. I appreciate every last one of you. Thanks for stopping by.